We want to start with a breaking story off the coast of Greece. Canadian Armed Forces says it has lost contact with one of its Cyclone helicopters.
It was likely this helicopter, seen on the ship a month ago, that today in the Mediterranean had something go deeply wrong.
It's a powerful helicopter with fantastic sensing capability, and it's about to go through a second block of upgrades to integrate that sensing capability. It's a sub-hunter, and it's good at it. Way better capability than we had with the Sea Kings, and so I don't have any lack of confidence in the fleet.
If you're going to have a military, you better give them the proper tools to do the job.
The new EH-101 is a sub-hunter. It is manufactured by a British-French consortium. Canada is expected to replace its Sea King helicopter fleet with these.
The secret was already out, but today the federal government formally announced its purchase of 50 high-tech helicopters. The announcement came with the promise of jobs and investment right across the country.
Today, the sales pitch began. A week-long push by the government to try to convince Canadians the helicopters are money well spent.
We have to modernize our equipment like we want to modernize other aspects of the Canadian life.
This is perhaps the most difficult decision I've ever had to make in my time in public life in this country. We do indeed have to find ways to save money and get the deficit down. The temptation to tilt with the wind has been great, but I cannot do that, and I will not do that.
And she said the toughest decision of her life was to cut 7 of them. What a tough decision, what a gutsy person. For me, I will take one piece of paper. I'll take my pen and I will write 0 helicopter. Chrétien, that will be it.
And Jean Chrétien's first day on the job included the biggie, scrapping the EH-101 helicopter project.
The government doesn't know how or whether the EH-101 will be replaced. Existing military and search and rescue aircraft will remain in place for the moment.
Here at home, a military helicopter crashed in New Brunswick today. 2 crew members were killed when the Sea King chopper went down near St. John. The pilot had just reported a fire on board and was trying to make an emergency landing in a field.
Sea King 422 was flying just off the Nova Scotia coast when a red warning light started to flash. When that happens, the pilot must put the chopper down instantly.
The saga of Canada's Navy helicopters has taken yet another turn. 30 Sea King helicopters were grounded today, pulled from service because of a mechanical problem.
This morning, the main rotor blades of one helicopter ripped through its tail section. Metal pieces went flying across the tarmac, and the chopper's drive section was shredded.
It would appear that there was a hydraulic leak of some kind. It probably poured onto the rotor brake, which we used to stop the main rotor head, and the heat and the fluid caught fire.
These are the images of a near disaster. A Sea King helicopter pictured moments after the crew ditched in the Pacific.
The slightly damaged destroyer and her badly damaged helicopter will sail into port tomorrow morning, just 5 days after casting off. A 40-year-old Sea King on its side, lashed to the deck of the Iroquois.
To the crews who fly and fix the Sea Kings, these were welcome words.
And that Sikorsky International Operations has been selected the winner of this competition.
A competition to replace the aging and often unreliable Sea Kings. And this is the replacement, sort of. It's the civilian version of the S-92 or Cyclone. The The military model is still on the drawing board. But for $5 billion, Ottawa will get 28 of the new helicopters.
When exactly will the Sea King start museum duty? After all, contracts had been signed in the past, only to be cancelled by a new government.
I don't think they're going to fully uncork the champagne just yet.
In 2004, the government ordered 28 Cyclones under a $5 billion contract. It's June 2013, and still no choppers. Design flaws, production issues, and the fact that Canada is the only buyer have hobbled the delivery.
Now, CBC News has learned the government is considering a major shift. It's asked several manufacturers for information on 4 other choppers.
This is the worst procurement in the history of Canada.
While we honor their long years of service and begin to retire the first Sea Kings, we should have been at this point many, many years ago. Indeed, a disastrous decision was made in 1993 to cancel the replacement platform for the Sea King. But today, the Royal Canadian Air Force officially accepts 6 new CH-148 Cyclone helicopters. The government is committed to providing our men and women in uniform with the right tools to do their job, and today we take a big step forward.
It was 1 week ago, Sub-Lieutenant Abigail Cobra, deployed on HMCS Fredericton, offered this tribute to the victims of Nova Scotia's mass shooting. Now, at just 23, Cobra herself has become the victim of a terrible tragedy. She was on board the CH-148 Cyclone helicopter when it crashed. Cobra's body has been recovered. 5 others are still missing. Naval Warfare Officer Sub-Lieutenant Matthew Pike from Nova Scotia and 4 members of the aircrew. Pilots Captain Brendan MacDonald, also from Nova Scotia, and Captain Kevin Hagen from Nanaimo, British Columbia. Captain Maxime Mirand-Morin from Trois-Rivières, Quebec, and Master Corporal Matthew Cousins from Guelph, Ontario. All based in Halifax.